As our experience gets up and we level up in our game, we want our enemies to get harder. That way it still provides a challenge and we have new enemies to fight instead of fighting the same old enemies that are going to get boring and kind of repetitive. So let's see how we're going to create a new enemy object. Over here in my asset browser, I already have object enemy 2. If you don't have that, simply select your objects, click create asset, choose a new object, and give it a name of obj_enemy2. Over in our inspector, we're going to choose where we have our sprites. We're in the button that says no sprite. Click on that, choose sprites, and choose sprite_enemy2. Next, we're going to come to parent and click object. Click on our objects and then click on object enemy parent. And now all the code that we created for our enemy parent, which was already applied to enemy 1, gets applied to enemy 2. However, it is an exact duplicate. All of my variables, all of my functions, and I want some of these values in my variables to change to be harder for them to kill and for them to be stronger. So I'm going to come over here to my variables, scroll down, see it. Because this is a little bit harder enemy, I'm going to say, you know what? It's going to give us 50 experience points. The hit points, that will be worth 5. And we can either increase the damage, which I think I will, and make that 2, or we could have left it the same, but I think 2 is a good one. I'm going to leave speed and my distance to player the same. But that's literally all I have to do to create a whole new enemy. So let's drop it in. So I'm going to come over here and open up our room. Select my instances layer, and then come over here for my asset browser. I'm going to drop my second enemy here real close to my player so I can see it, what's going to happen right away. And then in real life, I would have them later on as I get further into my game. Save this, hit F5. Oh, I found my bad guy. So it took a couple of hits to get him, a little bit more than before, but my level jumped me up almost halfway. So now I'm getting closer and closer to being ready to level up, which is exactly what I'm looking for. But you can see how we're able to very quickly jump in and give ourselves an enemy that gives us more experience, a little bit harder to kill, but as I level up, it's going to be about the same difficulty. And if I level up fast enough, I'll even be able to kill the weaker enemies with a single strike instead of 2 or 3 strikes. So just something to kind of keep in mind. So that is how we create the leveling of experience as well as adding enemies and how we use that whole process together. Next up, we're going to look at creating dialog boxes inside of our game. So stay tuned for that coming up in our next video.